And Brakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Brakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled Sunset in America. Lord, will you are edified. My source, CBS, article entitled American Families Need to Earn $35.80 an hour just to make ends meet. Few earn that. Decades of stagnant wages, rising costs, and frequent economic crises in the U.S. have put millions of Americans close to the financial edge. Just to make ends meet, a family with one adult and two children needs to earn an average of $35.80 an hour, a level of income that is beyond what most households across the country are earning, according to a new study from the 2022 County Health Rankings. Now, remember, when it comes to research regarding ESOL, Psalm 64, verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Who controls this system? The nobility of Edom. All right? And what they do, they employ researchers to search out wickedness. All right? And just based on this article, the game plan is to make many families poor. This is an objective within the New World Order. Out of the nation's more than 3,100 counties, only two provide living wages for the average worker, said Keith Janusu, a lead author of the study. A living wage covers the cost of food, housing, child care, medical care, and transportation, but doesn't provide for retirement savings, higher education costs, emergency savings, or other expenditures that can help families secure long-term financial security. So what the nobility of Edom will present to assist families in financial security. Let's go to Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls all, he, referring to the nobility of Edom. They control this entire system. Small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a fill in the blank in their right hand or in their foreheads. The game plan is to bankrupt many families as possible, because what they want to present is what? That universal basic income, right? Either you're rich or poor, just that plain. An hourly wage of $35.80 equates to about $74,400 in annual income. The average hourly wage stood at $31.73 in March, or about $66,000 annually, according to the latest government data. That means many families are falling behind in their ability to afford the basics, said Marjorie Gibbons, co-director at the County Health Rankings, which is a program of the University of Wisconsin Population Health Institute. This is definitely a clear indication that economic security is out of reach for many. Gibbons told CBS Money Watch it is a call to action. The two counties where incomes meet or exceed the baseline living wages are Los Alamos County in New Mexico and Williamson County in Tennessee, according to the analysis, which drew on 2021 data from MIT's Living Wage Calculator from MIT professor Amy Glassmeyer. Those two counties appear to be rel- rel- relatively high income counties with lower cost of living and good health outcomes, Gibbons noted. Los Alamos County, home to the Los Alamos National Laboratory, has a median household income of more than 111,000. Tennessee's Williamson County near Nashville has median household income of about 118,000. A living wage isn't uniform across the nation, which some areas, with some areas, like expensive coastal cities such as New York and Los Angeles, having significantly higher basic costs than other regions. The study found that the lowest living wage stands at $29.81 an hour, which is sufficient for the bare necessities in Holmes County, Mississippi, and ranges up to a high of $65.45 an hour in San Francisco. Inflation erodes wage gains. Workers are now seeing significant wage gains amid a labor shortage, but those increases are getting gobbled up as inflation far outpaces the typical pay hike. That's putting more workers under financial stress as they seek to regain their footing amid the ongoing fill in the blank. All right. And if you know anything about poverty, all right, it's nothing but a plague. And a plague is nothing but a judgment from Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and let's prove that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, and verse 3. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, keepers of the house, your economists, right? And the strong men, rich men, shall bow themselves, right? Because these dire times is going to make rich people be humbled, okay? And the grinders cease because there are few, no jobs, no employment, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Now, when you research darkened in the Hebrew, it's going into what? Uncertain, right? So Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, is about to bring on a traumatic time frame. And it's going to be so uncertain that people will suffer from depression, anxiety, all right? Ongoing worrying about their future and about their children's future. Okay, it's about to get ugly in America. And the Most High is utilizing his whipping stick to whip the nation of Israel, as well as to inflict pain on these heathen nations. Because at the end of the day, the nobility of Edom, they want full control. Going into the NWO, which is a synthetic blessing, referring to the kingdom of heaven. All right. Only the elect will be protected in these times to come. Last precept. And also, when you examine poverty, it goes into the origin of poor. Ecclesiasticus 11 and 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord, which proves that the Most High controls everything. And it's of his control regarding topics such as prosperity, adversity, life and death, poverty and riches. Again, poverty goes into the origin of poor. And the nobility of Edom, right, wants people poor, which is another objective, all right, within that new world order. And if a person doesn't have money, a person doesn't have a defense, right? Now, Lord will, we are the hopeful elect. We continue to have this faith and grow in this faith, right? It doesn't matter because the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, shall be the stabilities of our times. So we're going to lean on the defense of the Most High, which is our rock, okay? Yahweh and Yahweh Shah is the rocks of the nation of Israel. And at this time frame, if you just want to pinpoint it, it's the belief system in Yahweh Shah. Because without that belief system, you have no access to our Father Yahweh. So Yahweh Shah is the rock at this time frame, right? Last precept. Ecclesiastes 7:12. For wisdom is a defense. Defense in the Hebrew means what? Protection. And money is a defense, meaning protection. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom give life to them that have it. All right. True wisdom, meaning this truth, okay, of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. This is all we need in these dire times to come. So regardless of what the nobility of Edom is trying to do to make people poor, at the end of the day, all right, we have Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.